There's the video. Okay. All right, guys. Looks like we're live now. Camera looks decently straight there. Let's see. All right, there's somebody. D11 Dozer. There's Mike Smith. A few people jumping in here finally. TS Coffee 1. Sometimes these lives take a minute to get going. Virginia, there's Jim. I'm a few minutes late tonight though, guys. I try to do these every Sunday at 8 o'clock. Hello, Joe. And Killinger, I never got your title there. I try to do these lives every Sunday night at 8 o'clock. I got behind tonight. I've been painting in the new shop tonight, guys. So I'm just now getting up here. Let me see here. Got a few people watching though. You shall see. So, okay, Chris, I'll check it out later. Good deal. Got a few people on here. There's Wayne in Nova Scotia. Victor. Got Maple Farm with us tonight. Good deal. All right. 51 people watching. Not too bad. Forest View. What's going on there, friend? There's Jim Rogers. Jim, did you see where... I can't remember his name now. The guy who wrote Beamer. Did you see where Beamer passed away? Saw that on a forum there a few days ago. I think yesterday I saw that. Yeah, what was wrong with him, Jim? I didn't know if he was sick or what was going on there. I got a lot of his books. There's Harry Hall. Let's see, there's Neil. There's Scott in Iowa. A lot of people on here tonight. So hopefully within the next 2 weeks we'll have internet stroke. Man, hate to hear that. Hate to hear that. Hopefully here in about 2 weeks we'll have internet down at the timber frame. We'll start doing these lives down there. So that's coming, guys. I can get out of my little office here upstairs at my house. All right, so let me see here. Why isn't a debarker needed on the exit side? Because your blade is kind of throwing the bark the other way. On the idle side, the bark is being pulled into the cut. That's why it debarks it. On the exit side, it's kind of just throwing it away. That's why it's on the idle side and not the drive side. I hope that made sense. Hello from Minnesota. There's Jason. Jim down in Cookeville. If I miss your comment, look over me. I can't read them all. I try to look at them, but sometimes my computer right here gets kind of stuck on a few of these comments. I can't get past some of them for some reason. I don't know what the deal is. So, good deal. I'm having a hard time seeing my screen on top of that. I should have worn my glasses tonight, maybe. Let me see. The Gaming Ham from UK. Yeah, Jason, I tell you, I block people every week on here. Every week. Gosh. Hoof and Tail Farm, you need as much space as you can get. And if you have to hire an excavator to clear out more space, that's what you got to do. I need more space up here. I need to either hire an excavator and make more flat land, or I need to pour some more concrete slabs. One of the two. But I'm in the same boat. And I know guys who saw millions and millions of board feet, and they have 50,000 board feet on hand, and they run out of room too. We all do. It's just part of it. You can never have enough room, and once you think you have enough room, you'll run out. It's a never-ending struggle, I guess. Let me see here. Hello from East Central Ohio. The sprayer worked out very well. Very well. I'm really happy with that. You see here, Danny Darnell sent my blades North Carolina 7 weeks ago. Still don't have them back. I tell you, there's a lot of people sawing nowadays, and there's a lot of people needing resharp services. And I tell people, Woodmizer sells a sharpening system. It's a couple $1,000s. It'll pay for itself in no time. You know, it's about $200 or $2,500 for the sharpener, I think, the one that I have. And by the time you start paying for shipping, and I think $9 a blade now, that sharpener will pay for itself real fast. It won't take long. But everybody's behind on resharpening. There's a lot of guys, I've talked to a lot of different Woodmizer locations, and they are behind on that. There's a lot of saw blades coming in to be resharpened, guys, a lot of them. Ham license, that's on my list of things to do. I just need to get around to it. But I'll try to do that sometime this year. Thank you, Gary. Same to you. See here, 100 people watching. Not too bad. It was a hot one in Tennessee today. Man, it's been a hot weekend. About 91 degrees yesterday and about the same thing today. We did get some rain today, though. Got a little rain today. All right, there's John in Maine. There's Dawn in Illinois. Got a few people on here tonight. 105 people. Not too bad. I was late getting on here. I've been painting and just doing all kinds of stuff. I've been pretty busy. I was about 15 minutes late getting on here tonight. So, I think I'm caught up on the questions there. Joe in Arizona. All right. Well, at least nobody's on here complaining. So I guess Steve is not on here tonight, or I blocked him from the channel, actually, so we won't see him no more. He didn't like my live videos there. He just, I don't know. If you don't want to watch them, don't watch them. It's pretty easy. So, all right, guys. Do you have a... Here comes a bunch of comments there. Let me see here. Maple Farm, how are you going to run the internet to the timber frame? I'm probably going to have a separate service installed. It's too far from the house. I've looked into those little extenders that extends it out based from your house, and there's too many mixed reviews on those. I don't think it would work very well because it's a pretty good ways from the house. And I don't want to have some kind of antenna on the side of my window pointing that way, and I don't know. So I'll probably just have an additional internet service installed down there. It's about $70 a month. So it's a tax write-off, so that's one good thing about it. The chickens are doing well. We actually got 4 more yesterday. 4 more chickens yesterday. The flock is growing. I know, Phil, it is extremely hot. We did get some rain today. Chris in Georgia, he's always with us. We don't have Starlink here. It says maybe next year. I checked that a while back, and we don't have that yet. No eggs yet for the chickens. No eggs. 12 chickens, and we added 4 more, so we're up to 16 chickens now. It will never end. they're laying chickens, unless we get hungry. But hopefully they'll be laying some eggs for us by the end of the summer. There's Jim down in Stuart, Florida. The Woodmizer Sawmill you made me buy came in Friday. It sounded as a kid waiting on Christmas. I know what you mean. I've had 4 Woodmizers, and I was excited every time. All right. There's Darren in Annapolis, Maryland. I got some funny stories about Annapolis back about 1999. Let's see here. I would take the tension off. If you're going to be away from your sawmill for more than an hour, take the tension off. If you're going to eat lunch, leave it on. If you're done for the day, take the tension off. There's no reason to leave it on there. And some people will say, I leave it on there all the time, but there's a good reason to release the tension. I can't think of any good reason to leave it on. So pull that lever and take your tension off. It'll make your belts last longer. It'll make your seals last longer. And it takes that sawmill out of the bind. It puts it in a bind when it's got the blade on. There's a ton of tension on that saw head. Release that tension. If I'm going to eat lunch, I leave it on. If I'm going to be away for an hour or 2 hours, I'll take that tension off, as it doesn't take no time to put it back on there. Just always remember you took it off, and don't turn on your sawmill the next day and throttle down and not have your tension on the blade, because that could be a disaster right there. I've seen that happen as well. There's Jim in South Florida, 95 degrees. Hot up here too. There's somebody in Nova Scotia, Canada with us tonight. I have a funny story, Annapolis raised. Mine involves a German Shepherd. Terrible experience. Terrible experience. Let me see here. These comments just flood in here all at once, guys. Sometimes I can't see them all. I've never used kerosene. I used to use diesel, and sometimes I still use diesel, actually. If I got some pine on there that's really got a lot of pitch on it, I'll still put diesel on there. But I use a cotton gin lubricant now mixed with water and sometimes windshield washing fluid. Sometimes I throw all kinds of stuff in there, Dawn detergent and all kinds of junk. Ever considered hiring a helper? I have not. No, I don't want to. Probably will never do that. You got to get the workman's comp insurance at that point. There's a lot more liability in hand, and I wouldn't have enough for them to do to keep them busy. You ever used a Hudson sawmill? I have not. Terry had an incident with his tractor there. Yeah, I have never had a tractor accident because I am overly cautious with my machines. Overly cautious. Hate that happen to you there. It could happen in a blink of an eye. It don't take much to flip a tractor over. I go extremely slow on mine. I carry my load almost on the ground. Diesel does not leave a strong smell. It does not. It don't take much diesel at all. All right, guys. The first super chat of the night from Beers Boy 82. Ice cream for Bruno and happy 4th for you and your family. Well, thank you very much. That's the first super chat of the night, guys. Appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Air conditioned, hopefully in the shop within this month. Hopefully, I'm putting more insulation in right now. Sooner than later, hopefully. All right, guys, another super chat from Barry, longtime supporter of the channel there, Mr. Barry. Very good point. You also have to discipline employees when they're late. And Barry is always late for these little lives, even though he knows that they're going to be. But you know what, Barry? I was 15 minutes late tonight myself. I owe myself some money on that one. But thank you there, Barry. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Yeah, that Starlink, you can move it around, but you have to be in an area that they offer service to. They don't have it in my area yet. If you drive an hour down the road, they have it there. But it's actually, though, more expensive than my local internet provider. It's a lot more expensive. I probably wouldn't even get it if I could get it here. It's a lot more money. And with fuel prices being what they are, I don't think I would really want to look into that. But, so there's Walter down in Georgia. What's going on there, Walter? Well, Walter's with us tonight. He's another long-term supporter of the channel here. Let me see here. You got any tips on sharpening chainsaws? I struggle. Man, do I struggle with sharpening chainsaws. Sometimes I get it right, and sometimes I get it totally wrong. So I'm not the best one to look for advice for chainsaw sharpening. I do a decent job. I can get it decently sharp, but I'm not the best at it. I wish I was a lot better than I am, but it's just something I've never got the hang of. But Buck and Billy Ray, my buddy up in Canada, if you want to get some chainsaw sharpening knowledge, go watch him. Sometimes I get it really sharp and it just cuts good, but sometimes I'll sharpen it and I don't know what happens. I don't know. But I usually get it sharp enough to cut logs, that's the main thing you want to do. All right, down here, diesel is $5.59 a gallon yesterday. $5.59. It went down just a little. Not that that's going down, but it's a little bit cheaper than it was. Let me see here. Greetings from Seattle. There's Jana CH. Probably raining up there. Everybody I know in Seattle says it rains all the time. I couldn't deal with that. I can't stand a bunch of rain. Let me see here. So thanks for the super chats, guys. We've had several so far. Really appreciate those. And 5 something there in Boise. Barry, I just pay the bill. I just pay the bill too. But man, I tell you, sometimes I do drive around a little bit further just so I can find a cheaper price on it though. That Duramax of mine, I think it holds 35 gallons. And if I'm down about empty, that's all, it's a good chunk of change up there to fill it up. It ain't cheap. It only rains 3/4 of the year. Let me see here. There's Joe Main. All right, guys. There's the famous Joe Main that sells us our blades up here. You guys have heard his name before, I'm sure. He's with us tonight. Got Walter in here also somewhere. Let's see here. Lee Miller, where you been? We've been waiting on you to get in on one of these lives for a long time. It's about time there, Lee. Let me see here. A little chilly, it looks like, over in the UK. 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's see here. Have you seen many hand-hewed barns? We got a few of them here. Most of them are falling down though. From the garden, we've been getting cucumbers and some squash and some bell peppers. The green beans are coming along. The corn's doing good. And we're going to have hundreds of tomatoes. I put up 54 tomatoes this year. We're going to have tons of tomatoes. We finally got some rain today also. Finally. We've been waiting on rain for weeks now. Juggling jokes in the future. All right, guys. There's another super chat there from Jim Curley Jr. The biggest super chat of the night, guys. $49.99. Jim, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Good deal. You see here. Really appreciate the super chats, guys. You see, Franklin, Kentucky diesel is $4.90 using mud flap. Not sure what mud flap means. There's somebody in Tasmania watching, guys. All the way over in Tasmania. That's amazing. The majority of your wood, how do you sell it? I got some local buyers. And I got one or two wholesalers as well that will come in and they'll just buy everything you got. So that's how I deal with a lot of my stuff. Any beavers? We have a few, not a whole lot, but there are some beavers here. There's TJ Profit with us. Neil, liked your video with Richard. That was a lot of fun. Need to do that again probably here in a few weeks. Joe Main question. Is his blades comparable in price to the ones you're buying from Woodland Mills? Give him a call. I tell you what, he's probably off tomorrow, but give him a call tomorrow, Tuesday rather. God, tomorrow's Monday. Call Joe Tuesday and talk to him, see what the prices are. I'm not sure what you're paying for your prices through that company, but give Joe a call and he may be able to beat that price. I don't know. You see here, Killinger is gone. He's headed to go do some fireworks, it looks like. He's been sawing poplar all day. He's out of here. There's Single Shot. I got your email there, buddy. I didn't reply yet, but I did get your email. Get so many emails sometimes, I have a hard time keeping up with them. Hank, it's about time. All right, Hank is here from Hamiltonville Farm. Hank, there's a $50 entry fee for Super Chats tonight to be on this live chat. Everybody else has already paid it. So go ahead and pay your entry fee, Hank, while you're here. And we'll stand by and wait on you till you do. So anyways, Hank's here, guys, from down in Florida. Barry, that's a good deal. Down here, my guy would call it heating fuel. And that saves you about 20 cents a gallon. Setting firecrackers off. It's coming. It's 8:38 in Tennessee. It's getting dark outside, and the people around here, they'll be shooting fireworks till midnight. You see here, Fort Collins. You see 148 people watching. Not too bad. Somebody in Virginia, happy 4th. How long have we been on here for? I'll try to do an hour, about 30 minutes. Okay. All right, guys, throw your questions in here, and we'll just keep going here for a little bit longer. Questions, comments. Anything you want to throw in here, as long as it ain't political. I don't want any of that politics stuff going on here. And your super chats are very appreciated, and we'll keep going here. We set the field on fire Friday. There was a lot of fire trucks in this area last night. I bet a lot of people were doing that. The hammer machine, I've used it a couple of times. It works really, really good. I really like that joiner. Really good machine. Thank you there, Single Shot. I'll let Bruno know. Happy 4th to you as well. All right, so Etsy store, yes. I am trying to figure out a better shipping method and a cheaper shipping method. I'm working on that. Hopefully in the next few days we'll have an update on the Etsy store. All right, guys. Super chat from Tom Rossi. Keep up the great videos. Happy 4th of July. Well, thank you very much there, Tom. Really appreciate that. Another super chat there from Tom. Really appreciate the super chats, guys. We're still waiting for Hank to do his over at Hamiltonville Farm. Every 10 minutes that he doesn't do it, it goes up $10. But I'm sure he'll jump in here in a minute and do us right. Hank does say it's raining here. Probably not going to be a lot of fireworks. It rained here earlier. It's pretty nice right now. All right. You're right, Mike. You'll be waiting. Hey, there's Mike Morgan, guys. All right. So, Mike Morgan, you're later than Hank. So there's a $50 entry fee for this live chat tonight, Mr. Morgan. Everybody else has paid it except for Hank, now you. So, whenever you want to send that over, Mike, we'll let you know, and you can just get that cleared up with us here. But anyways, our Mike Morgan's here tonight. We got Hank in here, got Joe Main, got Walter down in Georgia, got a lot of people here. Got Barry, a lot of longtime supporters of the channel here tonight. Lee Miller with the super chat. Haven't contributed much lately. Thanks again for helping your patrons when they bother you randomly. Mr. Miller, reach out anytime. You've been helpful to me for a long time. Trey Jones, heck yeah, Mike is here too. All right, so Richard there, 762. The perfect fee, Richard. You're exactly right there, buddy. That's I saw your email, Richard, about that. I need to get back with you. I did not miss that. Man, I tell you what, old Hank right there, he really, really dug deep in his pockets right there, guys. 99 cents. Man. Everybody be sure to go over there to Hank's channel and comment on his latest video and let him know how generous he is. Man, I tell you what. You Florida guys, I tell you what, man. 99 cents. I won't even buy a milkshake there, Hank. Come on now. Let me see here. Richard talked about Mike's fireworks. Yeah, me and Bruno watched those last night. He does a good job with that every year, even though he doesn't do it on the correct day. A lot of people were fussing about that. I think that's ridiculous as well. They shoot fireworks all weekend here in my town. They don't care if it's the 4th or not. Hank, 99 cents every minute. Well, I tell you what, Hank, I'm going to stay on here for about 3 days. So, if you're going to do it 99 cents a minute, I'll just sit here for 3 days and leave it rolling. Oh, Barry. There you go, Barry. Throw him under the bus. Under the bus. There goes Hank under the bus. Oh, you guys are funny on here sometimes. All right, guys. So we've been on here for 30 minutes. Got a lot of super chats. You guys are awesome. Anybody got any Sawmill questions, throw them at us. We'll try to answer them and keep going here. I'd say he did have a pretty good mess to clean up. That was some pretty, that was a good amount of fireworks he was shooting off. He'll probably clean that up for a while. Of course, it did him an excuse to get out there in those fancy machines. The coffee I have not. No, I need to try that out though. It's in my list of coffee to use. I think it's the 3rd bag back right now. Happy 4th. How much is black walnut going for? Depends on grade, thickness, and width. There's a lot of different factors in there. Hello there, Helen. How's it going? Good to see you there. You see here. Anyone noticing prices varying, wavering? Sheet goods are expensive. That T111 that I bought for the shop was $40 a sheet. Man, it was high. I'm glad it's up. It looks good, but man, it wasn't cheap either. All right, the Gaming Ham. Another super chat there. Thank you very much. I know it's late over there where you're watching at right now. I think it's about 1 in the morning, you said. Really appreciate that. Barry, that was latex. Latex paint, actually. Juggling with the chainsaws. That's a good idea. That might be entertaining for our friend Steve. That's a good idea. Where's that handle you built for a woodworking tool? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Okay. Oh, okay. Ham there. 01:45 a.m. in the morning. How long police force? About 15. About 15 years. 15 long years. Let's see here. Totally behind again. All right, another super chat there, guys, from Cal Sop. I'm probably not even saying that right. But to my coffee up, to move my coffee up next to the line. Okay, your coffee will go to the front of the line tomorrow. That was a good super chat there. The file handle you got from Killinger, it's around here somewhere. I think I took it down to the shop actually. Let me see here. How is it running 3 tractors with the price of diesel? It's not fun, to be honest with you. Running the tractors is fun. Buying the fuel, not so much. But I don't run them real hard, so they're not too bad actually. The forged tool, the handle, I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere around here. I'm Clint, aka John Deere. John Deere, I knew who you was there. So we got the John Deere hat, but I know exactly who you were. I just couldn't pronounce your name on there. Your screen name, rather. Eric Root says a 9-foot log, 9-foot walnut crotch, 30 inches in diameter and small end, doesn't have a crotch in it. Depends on where you live on log prices. What I'm paying in walnut prices here in Northeast Tennessee has no bearing on what you would get where you live. Every area is different based on the market in your area and the log buyers in your area. What I could tell, like for instance, I could tell you I'm paying $3 for a walnut log, and then you get in your mind, all right, $3. You don't sell that walnut log, you might could have got 7 where you're living at. You need to check with your local log buyers and get a price sheet, and that's how you base your prices. It's just like real estate. You don't base my house price off your house prices if you live somewhere else, because you'll really sell yourself short. And I don't want nobody. That's why I don't give out log prices on a lot of times, because I don't want people to lose money, because log prices in Northeast Tennessee are kind of low compared to other parts of the country. And so you probably get more money than we would here. So let me see here. All right. Oh, phew, get tired. Been at it all day. Let me see. I think I'm caught up on the super chats here, guys. Been on here for 40 some minutes, it looks like. Not too bad. All right. Appreciate it, Scott. John Smoker, I use pine sol because I saw a lot of pine. I'm not trying anything else. When selecting lube, what factors should be considered if it's working? If pine sol's working, wear it out. If it's not working and you're sawing a lot of pine, put a little diesel in there and you'll be really happy with the results. It don't take much. I mean, it don't take much at all. Just a little diesel on that blade and it will keep the pine right off of it. A logger Wade, I do not. I've seen this stuff before. I met him I met him at the Paul Bunyan show last year, but I don't watch a lot of his videos. What's coming on the mill this week? I don't know. I'm trying to get that shop closed in, trying to build doors, insulation, paint. I don't know if I'll be sawing much at all this week, to be honest with you. Dad helped last week, actually. We put up some more metal. That's on the next video, maybe, if I can get that video edited. You see here, diesel trick works. It does. You just got to know how to do the right amount. You overdo it and it's kind of messy. It don't take much. You see here, there's Mitch in Ontario with us tonight. Time is almost 9 o'clock. Can you please saw the logs sitting on the driveway near the garden? There's several up there. Which one are you talking about? I got some butternut, some white oak, and a bunch of cedar. I'm not sure which one you mean. I need to saw up every one of them, though, if that answers your little comment there. I need to get them all in the mill. Too much to do. Too much to do right now. Busy, busy times. There's Julius in New Zealand. Got a lot of people from New Zealand that always watch. How's it going? I'm hanging tin on my dad's barn as we speak. I hate heights. I put metal on my barn, but I hated being up there. I do not like being off the ground like that. The tropical humidity is already here, Richard. It stormed today for an hour. Afterwards, it was like a sauna out there. It was terrible. Barry, have a good one. Appreciate you stopping by there, Barry. White oak is real high. So if you get a white oak that's a perfect candidate for quarter sawing, meaning it's a perfect log, no knots, no cat faces, pith is in the middle, the grain is straight, you can get up to 3 1/4 a board foot just for the log right now. I've never seen it that high. Never seen it that high. And they're all going for stave logs being made into whiskey barrels. Every one of them. White oak is king up here right now. Red oak, not doing good. Poplar's going down. Cherry's going down. Walnut's holding its own. Maple doing pretty good. White oak is king, guys. Man, it's terrible. Yes, we used the tractor on some of it. Then on some of it, we actually just had him hand it to me. But most of it, we did use the tractor. It made it a lot easier. Mama Cat is hating the heat, and it makes her even more hateful than when you guys see her. James Coleman, send me some cherry wood. I got a little bit of cherry here. Need to saw some up. I got 2 nice cherries that are 28, 30 inches. I need to saw those up sooner than later. Got a lot of stuff to saw up here, guys. Man, I have never been this busy in my entire life, put it that way. I could probably work from daylight till dark every day for the next year, and I may get caught up by this time next year, put it that way. There's just so much I need to do here, so much. But it's good to be busy. It's good to be busy. I don't mind it at all. I'm never looking for work. There's plenty of work here to do. I never have to look for it. All right, so there's building stuff. Australia. How's it going down there? Hope you guys are doing good. Let me see here. A 28-inch cherry. It's in a fence and nails. That's aggravating. Can you go above the fence line and cut it and get rid of the bottom maybe? Yeah, red oak is not used for whiskey barrels because my goodness. Red oak is not waterproof like white oak is. If you used red oak for a whiskey barrel, it would leak. White oak is actually waterproof if the grain is straight. So therefore you get whiskey barrels. So it's always wide oak for whiskey barrels. And it seems like they can't get enough of it. I'll tell you what. Non-stop white oats in this country going to the old whiskey barrel companies. I never seen nothing like it. Tools, trucks, and tech with Mike. Howdy from North Carolina. How's it going there? I can be in North Carolina in about an hour. I'm about an hour and 20 minutes from Asheville. So I used to go to North Carolina a lot more than I do now, though. I used to do a lot of business over in Asheville before COVID, but not anymore. Made a lot of trips over that mountain. All right, so 40 some minutes. We're about done here, guys. 40 some minutes. Okay, more questions? Send them in the comments area. We'll try to answer them here before we go. Should have a new video ready tomorrow night and then again on Tuesday night, hopefully. If I can get them edited and finished up. Then another one on Wednesday. I think maybe 3 in a row. 3 in a row. We'll see what happens. All right. You done any business with Basagi Banjo? No, I have not. See you later there, Lee. Pros and cons of circle sawmills versus bandsaw mills is the kerf. Circle saw takes 1/4 of an inch. Mine takes 1/8 of an inch, so you get more out of your logs. Another thing is also the blade. Circle saw blade is real expensive. If you hit a nail, that could cost you thousands of dollars. On mine, it takes about $20 to put a new bandsaw blade on there. And with the new technology with bandsaw mills, I'd have to see a really good argument to get a circle saw mill over a bandsaw mill. It's just, there's too many pros and cons leaning toward the bandsaw. Hickory logs, yes. Not a whole lot, but you can get a little bit out of them. Hello, Craig. How's it going? Where you been? You've been busy, I guess. Building stuff Australia. Timber slab prices are going through the roof. They're going up here, I'll tell you. We don't get a whole lot for them in my area, but the bigger cities like Nashville and Atlanta, down around Atlanta, I think the big walnut slabs are going for like $16 a board foot or something crazy like that. I need to send some slabs to Atlanta, it sounds like. That's a lot of money. Now, Nashville's about the same way. Big money for those big slabs. They are no fun to saw. No fun. No fun to dry either. Especially walnut locking up on you or trying to kiln dry. It's aggravating. Alright, so where are we at there? Not too bad. Price of my lumber went up 50%. It's going up. Everything's going up though. Maybe it'll eventually kind of level off if we're lucky. Maybe. Ocean Isle Beach. I've been there before. Been a long time. Could I sell some slabs to Rockler? I don't know. I don't know where a Rockler store is. To be honest with you. I don't have any trouble selling them, put it that way. It's just time. Corey, talking about watching Mark. Mark puts out great videos. There's Jesse in Ohio. Yeah, old Mark DeLacy, good guy right there. I hope to see him in Ohio this fall. This October, actually. He's going to have his own booth at the Paul Bunyan show. The new kiln is awesome. It runs itself pretty much. Very, very nice kiln. Shoot, it's tired. Tommy, where you been? We've been waiting on you the whole time, Tommy. Where you been? Let me see here. Yeah, the Bunyan show will be here before you know it. I know Morgan's going and Mark DeLacy, he's going and freaking Jeep's going. I'm going to try to go. The burn pile, I don't know. It's been so dry here. I'm kind of hesitant to light it right now. Because all the grass is dead. It could get out of hand pretty fast. Yeah, Logger Wade, he was there last year. I got to meet him there last year. There was a bunch of people there last year. A lot of people I'd never heard of before. What's going on there, Andy? Andy's usually with us here. Got a few people coming in here on the end of it. How long have we been doing for? 45 minutes. Yes, I watched those last night actually. I had them playing in the background. Mike does a good job with those every year. I'd hate to see the price tag for all those fireworks though. Those things are not cheap, and he puts on a big show every year with those. Killinger's back. It didn't take long. Sawdust conveyor, I don't know. I have thought about that. Let's see here. There's Anthony Lone in Indiana. Jack Russell is late to the party. Everybody's late tonight. Uh, 413 Furniture says I have 160 board feet of ash. We'll be dry for a year in December. Will be good for furniture. Need to kiln dry it because you need to make sure it's been sterilized. Because if you're going to be making furniture with that, based on the trees we have nowadays and all the buds that are in them, need to have that kiln dried so it can be sterilized. Therefore, if there's any buds in there, like powder post beetle or stuff you don't even know that's in there, you want that stuff to be killed. So, 100, 200 years ago, air dried was fine because that's all people could do. And I don't think there was as many buds in these trees as there used to be. Now there's all kinds of stuff in these trees, and it's very important to not only kiln dry your wood, because if it's going into a house, it's going into a climate controlled environment. You cannot air dry your wood to a climate controlled environment outside. Something going to happen. Outside, you'll be lucky if it gets to 15% moisture content at the most. You bring it inside of a house, it's going to be about 8%. You're going to have a lot of movement at that point. Therefore, you need to put it into a kiln to not only bring it down to 8%, but also to sterilize it and kill all the buds that are in it. Make sure you do that. Let me see, okay. Goodness. And you also don't have to wait a year for 1 inch of lumber to air dry down to a good percentage. It don't take that long. It did 100 years ago, and they talked about doing an inch per year or whatever to bring it inside of a house. I don't know whoever made that up, but it does not require a year to get 1 inch of lumber, because it will never. If you take a 1 inch board and leave it stacked outside, it will never get low enough to bring inside of a house without drying even more. It just sit there forever. Usually a few months, you're good to go. Take it to a kiln, bam. Take it to a kiln when it's green if you want to. It's going to take longer, but they can dry it down when it's green. I prefer air dried first because it takes all the risk out of it. You should do a whole episode here on kiln drying. There's so much involved with kiln drying, guys. So much involved. I didn't realize kiln drying had all those advantages. Thought it was just mainly to make it dry more evenly. Well, you do want it to be evenly dried, but sterilization is huge. Look at there, guys. Another giant super chat there from J Bond. Almost $100. Man. That's the biggest super chat of the night, guys. Didn't ask a question. If you got any questions there, J Bond, fire them off in the comments there. If you don't, thank you for supporting us here in the live tonight. Really appreciate that. Man, that's a good super chat right there. I'll have to have about 10 of those. That would fill up my diesel tanks for about a year, maybe, or at least a few months. Thank you very much there. Chicken coop is done, but I got to do some things. I got to finish the siding. But the chickens are in it. We got 4 more chickens, by the way, as well. We got 16 now. Getting out of hand. Turned into a chicken factory. There's Jay Wolf. What's going on there, Jay? Let me see here. Well, Jay Bond, you're welcome. I appreciate that. Interesting comment here. There were some buds way back. I have a house I had a house that was built in 1780. Powder post beetle damage. What powder post beetle will do? It will go out to your logs. It will attack those logs and wear them out. But usually, once you saw that log into lumber, they will leave those boards as the wood dries, because powder post beetle don't like dry wood. It likes wood that's kind of moist. So what happens is you'll have powder post beetle inside of a log. That log will be sawed up for 2x4s. It'll be put inside of a house. They'll build a house with that. And as that wood starts to dry, the powder post beetle gets out of dodge. And that's where you see your damage, but you don't see the beetles no more. It's kind of interesting. But that's how it happens. Randy, when lumber is finished in the kiln right now, it's directly sold to a customer, or it's sold wholesale to 1 or 2 people, and it's out of here. Once my shop is done and it's climate controlled, I'll bring everything into the shop and leave it in there. That way I know the moisture will not go back up. Good question right there. Let me see here. Select Hardwoods. Where's that at? I've never heard of that place. That must be up toward your end of town. Let me see here. You're right, Tommy. The run is 16 by 10, and if she keeps on wanting more chickens, it's going to have to get a little bit longer. You're exactly right about that. But man, I tell you what, they are getting expensive. I've actually thought about doing a podcast just on sawmilling and kiln dried wood, because a lot of this information is just not out there. It's not. And this isn't stuff that I've came up with. It's stuff that was taught to me by guys that took them years to learn. Let me see here. There's Doug in Arkansas. What have we been on here for? Almost an hour. I try to do an hour every week on here. Love the content. Well, thank you there. Appreciate you watching. And I agree with what you said earlier. Most people are, it seems like. Let me see here. So, I think I'm sure I missed some questions in here. And if I missed your question, look over me. I just get kind of wrapped up in a lot of these, and I kind of lose track of them. I do my best to keep up with most of them. Let me see here. I use the same stickers in my kiln until they break, which is usually a long time, but you can reuse them. Quail and chicken feed bill this month, $177. Man. Keith, I use this, I think it was, we got it on Amazon. It's working out really good because you can program it with the has a photo cell, so it shuts at night or a certain time, or it can also do it with the keychain. It works out really good, but I can't remember which one it is, to be honest with you there, Keith. I can't remember. But it works really well. But man, I can't remember what brand it is. There were so many different brands on there. Where can I sell live edge black walnut? Depends on where you live and what your market is. Do your own market research and find your customers. I really can't answer questions like that. Huh. Well, straight for diesel. I bet all that's going on. I tell you what, Keith. Let me see if this works. Stand by, Keith. I don't know if this will work or not. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know where it's at. I had a link on here somewhere. All right, there it is right there. I'll see if I can put a link on here, Keith, and you can see that. All right, I'm gonna put a link on here, Keith, and see if it works. It's to my Amazon store, and the chicken door is on there. There we go. I don't know if that will work or not. And I tell you what, Keith. All right, Killinger, call me later. I tell you what, Keith, that chicken door is about $200, and I would have paid double that, to be honest with you, because it's that convenient. You just push the button and it goes up and down. You can also program it to a certain time go up and down. Really good. Jacob, love your channel. Was curious if you're a whiskey drinker. I don't drink alcohol, period, actually. So I'm not a whiskey drinker. I don't drink beer, alcohol, nothing like that. Never have liked it. Tried it a few times. I threw up every time. I just never liked it. All right, check it out there, Keith. It's a lot of money, but it works. Keith, you still on here? Let me see here. All right, Keith, hold on. I put the wrong one on there. That's not the one we have. Stand by. I'm trying to find it here. We just bought that thing. I tell you what, I can't find nothing on here, it seems like. I'm still looking there, Keith. I don't know where it's at now. Hope it's cheaper. Ain't nothing cheap right now. Even stuff on Amazon is through the roof, it seems like. All right. All right, Keith. If you go to my little store link I put on there and refresh it, it's on there now. So Let's refresh that screen you were on. And it's the it's that first one. It's actually $20 cheaper. And mine didn't come with the solar charger either. Or maybe it did. I can't remember if it did or not. Well, Richard, you're right about that, but my wife ordered it. I did not. So that's what took me a minute. Look at there, guys. I missed a few comments here. I just filled up my Peterbilt. It cost $1,200. My goodness. Man, that's expensive. David, a radial arm saw. I'd like to have a radial arm saw. They go for sale locally all the time. I wouldn't mind having one of those. On Norbay, the New Yankee Workshop, he had one of those. He used it all the time. I wouldn't mind having one. If I can catch a good deal on one, I'll probably pick one up eventually. It's a good looking saw. Keith, cheaper to let the foxes. I don't know. The way Ed prices are and everything else, it may just be a good investment. You see, okay, if you clicked on that other link though, Keith, without the solar panel, it's $139, a little bit cheaper. So sell you a few dozen ads and pick it up. It's good to have though. You can just push that button. Makes it a lot easier. You gotta walk out there and walk through all that mess whenever you want to shut the door. All right, guys, what have we been going for? We're going for an hour. We're in overtime now. I said an hour. We're an hour and 5 minutes here. We're in overtime. Let me see here. All right. All right, guys, we'll do five more minutes here. If you got any questions, throw them out here. 5 more minutes, and we will call it a night here. It's 9:17. And they're shooting the fireworks off. Man, somebody spent some money on fireworks out there. Man, they are wearing it out tonight. Thank you there, Jim. Same to you. Craig doing some work with his MP260, it looks like. The 754 is awesome. It's just an awesome tractor, I tell you. Fun to drive, it's powerful. Very, very good machine. That's a good find there, David. A 5280 a record vise. I'd like to have one of those. I got some cheap vices, to be honest with you. I need to get some better ones. That was a good find right there. Maybe one of them fireworks will land in your burn pile. I sure hope not, because the grass is dead and the whole hayfield's dead right now because it's been so dry. It'd be a mess out there. But you never know. You never know. My neighbor last year set the backfield on fire, actually, with, I think he turned one of his bottle rockets over and it went right into the ground. Let me see here. $133 people watching, not too bad. Let me see here. All right there, Maple Farm is out here. I'm about done, I guess, myself. Not a lot of questions are coming through. On here for an hour. All right, guys. So thanks for watching. We got I got 2 videos that are ready to go. One's coming out probably tomorrow night. Then maybe another one on Tuesday. And yeah, got a lot to do this week. Hit that like button, Tommy. Edward, it's been a while. It's been a while, actually. French cleats on your wall. I'm not sure. I'm going to come up with something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Jana, wildfires. You're exactly right about that. Joe Main, have a good one, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. All right. So thanks for all the super chats, guys, and the comments and watching our videos here. We'll see you guys back here hopefully sooner than later. Y'all have a good 4th. If I hit this off button, I'll have it made. There it is. You guys have a good one.